Good morning, YouTube. This is Man on the Red George Page coming to you live on YouTube. Well, as you know, a few days ago, we lost my brother, DMX, and about the same time, another person has passed, and this is a person of royal ilk and well known, and that was Prince Philip, the Duke of Edinburgh, or Prince Philip of Greece and Denmark. And this was a sad thing because even though here in this country we do not, we don't really celebrate the royal family that much, but there are some people that really still are enamored by the royal family. We still watch the news and follow, the situation with Meghan and Harry was going on, and we all remember what happened when Princess died, passed away, and I remember when I was young, that was, oh my God, it was sad. She was a great person, a beautiful woman, and hate to hear her die. But this is a death of somebody who was maybe one of the few most likable characters in the royal family, and that's Prince William of Edinburgh. Now, originally, he was born in Greece, and around was June of 2020 of 1921. So he was just a few months away from his 100th birthday. And him and his wife, or the Queen, Elizabeth II, met when they were young. I think she was in her late teens, and he was a young army officer. I was actually naval officer at the time. But her father was kind of reluctant about the wedding. But you know, as a young man, originally his family, lived in Greece. So they were exiled when he was young, and he's of Danish royal birth, and then, also he's born of Greek. But like I said before, his family was kicked out of Greece, but he was educated in many different countries, France and Germany, and also United Kingdom. Now, as a young man, he joined the Royal Navy around the 1930s, and he was by the time he met Elizabeth, he was already at the rank of lieutenant. I think it was a junior garrison, or I believe it was a junior garrison was JG. Was a you know second, like I think in army terms, like second lieutenant. You know, but this time he was had young and promising, and him and Elizabeth, became, close and good friends. And this is a little thing that a lot of people don't know, that him and Elizabeth are related. They are, cousins. I don't know how far a line of cousins they were. I think maybe a little farther because, but, like a lot of these royal families is all spread out and just, and, and I said before, her father, King George VI, was reluctant to allow his oldest daughter to marry this young naval officer. But like I said, he realized that, even though, he, is, because, you know, she loved him. And, I think she said, well, he's of royal descent, but, she accepted the marriage, and then they got married. It was around, funny thing, it was a month before my birthday. They were married November 20th, 1947. That's kind of funny. Just a day for my birthday. And he became the Duke of Edinburgh, you know, and had several titles over the time. And it was given to him by the then George the Sixth. And and they've been married for a long time. I think at least, let's see, it says 47. And it would have been, this coming year would have been, wow. See, I think it'd be like 44, 74 years, just about, 64, yep, 74 years, just about 74 years, I believe. Yep, if I'm correct. So that's a long time to be together with somebody. And Philip, he was the one that kind of like, he had more of a personality. He was more outgoing type. He really helped Elizabeth out with some situations. And often people said that because he was a guy that was, when they went places, he was, you know, he was kind of her rock. He was a good conversationalist. And Elizabeth, she was kind of, private, reserved, being the daughter of a. As you remember, originally Elizabeth was raised as the granddaughter of a prince. She wasn't going to be queen because of her uncle, Edward. But what happened? We all know what happened with that. But he was that type of guy. He was had some personality. He was really a character. He had a good heart. When they do their traveling, he was the one who often was more engaging with people. And as you know, they had four children. Charles, the oldest, then their daughter Anne, Andrew, and the youngest Edward. And this was, that's pretty, a lot of heirs, especially a royal family. And then being a grandfather and a great grandfather, and Harry and 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 oh, I can't forget his name. I hate to forget. I forget his brother's name. God, I know. Oh, I hate that. Forget. I just forgot his name. You know, and being a grandfather to and George and Charlotte and and just I think he just had a big family for a man. You know, amazing. And then he was there for his grandsons. He was there for Harry and God, how can I forget the boy's name? God, I know his name. You know, uh, uh, yeah, he's the oldest boy. After the mama died, you know, William, yes, William and Andrew. I mean, William and Harry. After the death of the mother, he was there. And, I think he probably was the one they leaned on to, and then the stuff with his son Charles. We know Charles is the heir apparent to the throne, and people are saying, why wasn't he called a king? Well, I think I don't know circumstances or whatever. You know, it's not like it was back in the old days when um, a princess marries a prince and then she becomes queen and like that. I think because of the things are changing policies or whatever else. I think also because his family was kind of they lost their royal seating or something like that. That's why he was never called a king. He was just called prince. He was crown prince, you know. But we all know Charles is the heir apparent to the royal throne. And he was a healthy young man growing up, horses, and he played cricket. He did a lot of stuff like, young guys did at that time. As you know, he was also very, he instilled that same love for the outdoors to his children. Like Charles is a big enthusiast for nature and outdoors. And, it's just his last few years, he was kind of waning. I mean, he was in the hospital for a while for hip issues and surgery, and he was getting sick. And just you got to think about it, he was 99 years old. Yeah, and a man lived for almost 100 years, and that's just a great thing to be able to live that long and accomplish much he did and have the family he has. I mean, he has generations to see your children have children and their children have children. And just it's amazing. You can say how you want. And I think one thing was that I think him and Elizabeth's relationship was kind of strong. There might have been some issues, but I think because of their standing in the United Kingdom and among their subjects, they kept certain things secret. There was some stories about some women and stuff like that, but we're not going to talk about that. It's not that important. It's about a man who was, you know, he was a military man, a father. He was royalty. And he got respect of leaders across the world. Like that's like yes, I had to put in Obama. I had to because I love Obama. He was a great president. No matter what you'll say, he wasn't perfect. I'm never gonna say he was perfect, but he was better what we had before and a bit better than what we had now. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you the truth of that. Joe Biden's, he's okay dude, but and like I said, was a good couple. I mean, representative of what a world couple should be. I mean, even though they had their bad times and their good times, they stood by each other. And some things I think she overlooked, and because she loved them. I think she truly loved him, and I think I don't know. The last few months after him becoming sick, she wasn't as much as a social person anymore. But he served his country, especially during World War II. You know, he you know he did stuff, charitable work. He traveled. People talk about the other stuff there, but like I said, sometimes you don't have nothing to say good, especially if somebody that passed away. Don't say nothing at all. Just keep your mouth stuff. Mind your business. So anyway, this was a great man, a royal man. He did as much he did for you know almost 100 years of his life. And I know people may not like this video. You may not be a fan of the royal family. I understand that, but I'm just paying my respects to a great man. And even some great men have some imperfections. You know. So all I say is good night, sweet prince. We knew you well. It's your man always yours page. Like, don't subscribe. I'm out.